So I guess I wouldn't say I guess, but I reckon that everybody's disappointed with the recent news of Henry Cavill not continuing on with Superman. I know we spent the last, let's say, since 2017, so 5 years, wondering if he's gonna come back to the role. It's teased in Black Adam. He comes back, and then all of a sudden, we get the news from James Gunn that Henry Cavill won't be coming back. And once again, the fans lose. But this is how I see it right here. I don't see this as nil, but this is how I see it. But before I go in, please like, share, subscribe, and also comment down below on your opinions of what I'm about to say next. So let me begin. This is the way I see it. When they announced James Gunn as the president of DC Films, I thought this can either go right or this can go bad. Because I, for one, have never, ever been a fan of James Gunn. I think he got some of y'all all hooked because of Guardians of the Galaxy. I think he got you hooked on that. I saw the Suicide Squad and I barely even remember that movie. I think I made a review on that movie. For the most part, I thought it was meh to me. It was alright. It was better than the 2016 Suicide Squad. But both of them are whatever to me. But here's the thing about James Gunn. Here's the thing about this whole situation in total. This is how the way I feel about it. For anybody who is new to this channel or haven't watched any of my old videos, I, for one, earlier this year basically said no to DC. I also said no to Marvel. I had enough of the stupidity, the message, and the agenda coming from both. And then all of a sudden DC, or Warner, I should say, took a turn with the new president of Warner, hacking away things, crappy things like Batgirl, Batwoman, all of the garbage stuff that DC had planned before this president took over, before even the merger happened. So I was kind of intrigued to see where they went, and I was even more intrigued when we saw Henry Cavill on the screen. I still have not seen Black Adam. I just now coming around to seeing the Batman, and I got something to say about that pretty soon in the video that's coming in the next few days. But yeah, I'm not surprised that they wouldn't want Henry Cavill back. I don't know if they still going with this whole message or agenda, or still trying to find ways to compete with Marvel when it comes to the agenda of what the Husfa, that's what I'm gonna call them, the ops to the fans, the Husfa, all of Hollywood. I don't know if they're gonna still go down that route. From what I heard, from what we probably all heard, they trying to talk about the early days of Superman. It's like, we seen that already. We saw that for almost 10 years with Smallville. We don't want to see that. I think more people have been invested in the story of Henry Cavill's Superman, going from a man who was I don't want to say timid, but somewhat alienated from planet Earth, somebody actually trying to make good on this Earth, to becoming the Superman that we all know. And hopefully, and we was all hopefully, he didn't fall into the trap of whatever Darkseid had playing with the anti-life equation. Same thing with Batman. Wanted to see a story. I actually just made a video on this. You can go check that out. And actually, we're seeing the story from Batman coming from a broken man to somebody who is somewhat reborn in his beliefs. But we don't get to see that. I'd rather take that story. I don't say you have to take all what Snyder had planned, because some of what he had planned is goofy and kooky, and I wouldn't do it if I was in charge. Like Batman having a kid with Lois Lane and having Superman, stuff like that. I wouldn't have went with that, but I went with the story not Henry, but Zack Snyder was going with. With James Gunn at the helm, I don't know. Man's a weirdo to me. And he came out with a statement, I don't know, it was last week when they decided they was going to reboot the whole series, talking about we can't make the fans happy. Then what are you in business for? What do you mean you can't make the fans happy or anybody happy? What are you in business for then? That is your whole job. That is the goal that you set up for. And this is why I have no faith in Hollywood anymore. To me, for me at least, Hollywood can go kick rocks. We don't need them. There's a whole bunch of other people, independents out there. I'm almost done reading Young Ripper's comic book. So far, I'm intrigued by it. I'm actually starting to like it. It kind of reminds me of a Marvel or DC comic book without all the garbage that we've been seeing or reading for the last 10 years now. How about we get more invested in independence? Instead of trying to put all of our money and all of our time, I get it. Some of these characters, like DC characters, Marvel characters, Star Wars characters, Lord of the Rings characters from the past that we all know and love, that we grew up with. We have a deep connection to those characters. But they start ruining these characters and making these characters a vessel for whatever agenda, whatever brainwashing they want to do on the populace, then screw them. Forget about it. I'm willing to let go of my Batman fandom. I'm willing to let go of I've already let go of my Star Wars fandom. I'm willing to let go of that to make new characters who are just new characters that are not getting so part of the agenda that Hollywood is doing. I'm more excited to have y'all read about my characters once they get out. SM Universe on the way. Renegade 1 coming soon. Had to pull that plug in there. But I'm more invested in that. Create my own characters. That's been more fun. Hopefully I can make it to the point where you guys can have fun and get invested in these characters. Just like people like Eric July is doing with his comic book, and many others that I can't think of the top of my head right now. We don't need Hollywood. I don't want to sound like Young Ripper right now, but he's right. There needs to be some parallel, because Hollywood don't like us. They don't like y'all. So why you guys keep giving them money? I don't understand why y'all flooding out. Well, the ones who know what's going on, who've been repulsed by the way some of our franchises have gone that we love. I don't know why we still continue to go out there and give them money. Yes, I saw Doctor Strange 2. I made a video about that. Yes, I saw the Batman. Saw those for free. I didn't want to see Doctor Strange at all, but I was made to see it because I had no other choice in the matter, due to me being in a totally different city altogether. But anyway, it's a different story for a different time. But I think it's time to let it go. I made, nobody probably even seen it, but on the channel I made a post saying that believing in Hollywood, and it's all bullshit, I don't want to get too political, but believing in Hollywood and politicians on both sides is the equivalent to believing in Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy. We gotta let this go. We gotta be like Tindy Pendergrass and let it go. It's a love TKO. I hope I don't get copyright strike for that. But we gotta let it go. It's done. They ruined this stuff. So I know everybody's upset because Henry Cavill ain't coming back. I know he made a post about it, but it's like, whatever. Let's move on. We as fans have so much creativeness, so much invested in these characters, or invested in making characters for the better. People in Hollywood, they don't care. This is another check for them. Either it's another check for them or another way to please the Huhusfa in charge. Gasusfa. Let's make it out worse to explain the left. I don't know, man. When I see people go out to watch this stuff and still continue to watch stuff like Black Panther 2, it reminds me of the scene from Batman Forever when Riddler had that transmitter and he was putting it on Gotham and everybody got hooked watching TV. That's what some of y'all remind me of, who can still go out there and still continue to have faith. But it is what it is. But SM Universe on the way. Renegade 1 on the way. Be on the lookout. It's coming soon. That subscribe button too. What are you waiting for? Just do it. It's free. Duh.